here, getting into some of the settings. Now I'm going to do not disturb. In settings, one of the things I wanted to touch on is delegates. Okay. Now, delegates is something that I like to show. You might find a need for it. A delegate is someone that you can make and receive calls on your behalf. Okay. So let's talk about some examples there. One, an executive assistant. I could tell you lawyers, law firms love that feature because they usually have their admins intercept calls for them. So that's another option. Third option could be maybe a receptionist. So let's say I'm the receptionist here at CallTower. I decide to go to lunch. I decide to take a day off, anything like that. I can now activate a delegate. And so as you can see, I have Brian and I have Suzanne. Let me do this. I'll add Cade, who's on the call here, just so you can see what happens. If I decide to add Cade, I can now authorize Cade to make calls on my behalf. He could receive calls on my behalf, and then he could come here and change those settings. So Cade, when he makes an outbound call, he could choose to go out as Cade, or he could go out as Raphael. Now, if an incoming call comes in, it will come in and ring on Cade's phone, or I should say his computer will pop up and say, incoming call for Raphael. He could intercept the call. He could just let it go, and then, of course, it would ring. It's ringing me at the same time, and I could choose to answer it. I could go to voicemail, whatever it may be. Okay. So again, different scenarios to use delegates. Some cases it's something that organizations need. Now, kind of getting into some of the features here as a user. So today, calls ring me, no one else for 20 seconds. And if I don't answer, you're going to get my voicemail. But maybe I want it to ring my cell phone. Okay, so setting up simultaneous ring. Maybe I wanted to ring Brian Green. Maybe I'm part of customer service, so I wanted to ring me and anybody else on my team so that we can assist the customers. Okay, again, delegates. I can activate my delegates. I go to lunch. I'm the receptionist, and now I need somebody to back up the phones. I can activate the delegates, and then I'm gone. So easy to do, set up simultaneous ring. Same thing with voicemail. Maybe I'm going to be gone for an extended amount of time. You shouldn't have to listen to my voicemail telling you who to call and what to call and how long I'll be gone and everything else. You could just activate somebody else. Or if I don't answer the call, just automatically go to my cell phone. Same thing with forwarding calls. You can forward my calls right to voicemail. Maybe, again, I'm going to be gone extended time. Go ahead and forward, if it rings, just forward all calls to Brian Green. He can address them while I'm going to be out for however many days. Okay. So easy to change the call rules there. Same thing, configuration of voicemails. Configuration of voicemails are going to be listed here. Of course, if you don't ever record a greeting, the system says your name on your behalf. Okay. Rafael Renteria's unavailable, leave a message after the tone. I can record a personal greeting. I've got some other answering rules. So for example, they can leave a greeting or they could be transferred to someone else. There is other options where you can actually type out your greeting and the system will say it for you. So if you like to leave a personal greeting, but just not, leave it in your voice, you could do it. And of course, as you can see, there's other out-of-office greetings as well, or options, I should say. As far as devices go, I always like to bring this up because talking about devices is this here, Teams. What's nice about Teams is that if you have a Teams certified device, whether it's a speakerphone, a physical phone, or headsets, as long as they're Teams certified, this appears here, this noise suppression. I don't know if anyone has heard at all, but I've had some background noise here myself. I've had my dog bark a couple times upstairs. My son actually came and knocked on the door. And I think he heard me talking, so he stopped knocking. I don't know if anyone heard that. And the reason why, hopefully you didn't, is because the noise suppression was actually turned on high. So it takes out a lot of the background noise because I do have a Teams certified device. Okay.